All right, everybody. So welcome aboard. Appreciate you being here. My name is Tony Procopio. I'm one of the founding advisors here at Think Plus, along with my business partners, Jim, Brendan, and Ed Kenny. And a lot of things happening. This is our call to action. This is our weekly kind of roundup as far as what's happened in the last week. But I have to say, with what's going on now, what's happened in the last few days is just amazing, and what's coming is just amazing as well. And so we're going to do a little recap after our state of the company address last night, which followed our Empower24 national convention with a lot of promotions and a lot of updates. So I want to hit on a couple of those things so you kind of know in a very short period of time what happened and where we're going and what all the excitement is all about. And then we'll get to some Q&A if anybody has any Q&A. Or anybody has any questions, we'll see if we can get them answered for you. So first of all, um, the announcements, Empower24. So what all happened at Empower24? If you were there, this is a recap. If you weren't there, this is maybe new information. And if you weren't on our State of the Company address last night, you want to get onto the State of the Company address. It's on our YouTube channel. It's posted there with chapters. It was a lot of information, so we split it into chapters so that you can go through it quickly and access information from each of the speakers and each of the topics and all the content that was there. So I'll put that link up on the screen at the end. But look, we had announcements, what we learned at Empower24. We learned about massive community solar partner expansion, which are called IPPs, independent power producers, right? So those are the developers of solar farms. And what we learned at Empower24 is kind of what we had set out to do. When we first started this company, when Michael Falquist first set the vision in place, he said, "Hey, look, our goal is to be the largest marketplace for community solar in America." And that was a lofty goal. I mean, I remember him thinking, well, it's probably going to take us 3 or 4 years to get there. Well, I'll tell you what, when you look at it now, I believe we're probably already there or knocking on the door of it. And we're less than 2 years in. We're like, whatever, 19 or 20 months in. You guys, so it's happening very rapidly. We have moved in to become the premier marketplace for community solar. And the reason for that is because of all the partnerships. Whoever has the partnerships with all of the providers, and it's very difficult to get them, whoever has those partnerships is going to be the winner. And we are light years ahead of competitors, the field, and things like that in that regard, though. So, and we're a massive national organization of entrepreneurs that are out there teaching people, an educated, massive force of entrepreneurs that are able to educate the public about these programs. So we also learned about the Think Smart launch in Texas, which when you go onto the rate board now in the state of Texas, you can see that we have our smart meter rate, our smart meter, program is up there, thus bringing that rate down. So we're now like running at the top of the rate boards there in Texas, and it's an amazing place to be. Being able to take this technology that Michael Falquist and the team have been talking about ever since we launched this Think Smart app, this Think Smart technology, and taking that to be able to use it in the market in Texas and then many more markets to come, and it's going to happen, soon. This is an exciting place to be. This thing has been tweaked, it's been updated, millions and millions of dollars into development. It's a proprietary technology, and it's allowing us to, setting us up to be able to dominate in the state of Texas, which is the largest deregulated electricity market in America. And so when you put that, when you look at what's happening, the technology, our partnerships that we have, as far as, who we're owned by, our backing, our financial backing, and all of that, all of those things factor in to be able to allow us to expand rapidly from market to market. We had some amazing training sessions. All of them were incredible, off the charts. We have some serious talent in this network here. We're just a kind of a young business as far as network marketing companies are, concerned. But from a training standpoint, It's as if we've been around for decades because of the amount of leadership and training and the ability to convey that information. So congratulations to all the people that provided training and all of the leaders in the field that participated in doing that. We had a huge number of rank advancements, like right there at the Empower24 event when they hit the button and people just ranked up. I mean, it was unprecedented to see what happened there with rank advancements. And so congratulations to all the people that became regional energy advisors, senior energy advisors, directors, regional directors. We had senior directors promote. We had people promote to partner and regional partner. We had senior partners for the first time in the company's history. So now you can go out and say to people when someone asks you, has anybody ever reached senior partner? Yes, we have senior partners in the business. We have people who've hit regional partner. People have hit every single level in the business. They're going to have to start making up new ranks for us. That's how fast we're growing. And then the big bomb was dropped on us, the fact that all of our electricity plans, including Think Basic, which has been a non-residual plan. It's always been a rock bottom rate with non-residual, but Think Corporate found a way for all of us in Think Plus to be able to offer the Think Basic plan to customers and then be able to get residuals on it. So now all of our electricity plans, starting November 15th, going forward, they all carry residuals. And so very exciting there. It's very exciting. And we also announced that we'll be having community solar residuals for the first time. So think about that. A new cab structure plus residuals instead of the old model. And you can learn all about this up on thinksuccess.plus. We're not going to get into all the details on it. I'm just giving you the highlights. But now there's an upfront cab customer acquisition bonus for bringing in the community solar customer, just like we've always had. And then there are residuals that start the very next month. And so instead of waiting for, to get a second cab and no residuals and waiting until that customer gets placed onto a solar farm and not knowing exactly when that's going to be, they've just found a way to circumvent that altogether and give us a customer acquisition bonus plus 5 years of residual that start the following month after the customer signs up. And when you add up all the money with all the cabs and everything, it follows the same type of residual. There's a 10-level residual payout. There's rank and rank infinity residual. There's rank infinity cab. There's coded infinity and coded cab. All of that, just like the electricity side, plays into the community solar platform now. So now everywhere we go in all of the markets, everything carries residuals. Very powerful platform. When you add up the cab plus the residuals over 5 years, they've taken those numbers that, the total amount that they were paying out before is now off the charts, way higher than it was before. So not only do we get residuals, we get more money over the long term in total compensation for so every time they make these announcements, I'm amazed at how they can always be upping the ante. It's amazing. And then we also had Empower25 announced, which is going to be in Dallas, Texas. More on that in a sec. I want to go over some of these amazing promotions, and then we'll get to some Q&A if anybody has any questions. But the November Think Plus promotions, they're now in full swing because we've gone all the way and finished the promotions that led up to Empower24. And now there are very powerful promotions that go started really November 8th, all the way through. Some of them are carryovers from before Empower. But, there's some first ever type promotions here. So one of them is this. Anyone who joins November 1st through December 31st, okay, and you attended Empower24, you get double rank advancement bonuses. So that was one of the Empower24 announcements for attendees only. Double rank advancement bonuses for all the attendees. I mean, look at the numbers here. You're talking about, instead of making $200 for being an accelerated regional energy advisor, now you're making $400 total. And this is for the first 3 ranks in the company. So that goes all the way through December 31st. Double RABs, Empower24 exclusive promotion for attendees as well. Double cabs and mentor bonuses. So now November 1st through December 31st for electricity customers. Any electricity customers that you bring in during that time frame, get them enrolled before December 31st. And guess what? Those customers count toward this double cab and double mentor bonus situation. Very powerful, you guys. This is the benefit of going to these events and being plugged in and being part of the, future leaders within our company. The Build and Empower promotion as well for attending Empower24. Recruit a new EA. When they enroll their first customer, and this goes all the way back to October 1st. It's backdated to October 1st. It goes all the way to December 31st. Sponsor a new EA, help them enroll their first customer, and you get 10 extra personal bonus points for you. Those bonus points will be awarded on New Year's Eve to help you rank up. And this all goes in hand with, a lot of the other promotions that we have in place. Here's another one. This started November 8th. This is the half rank requirement for new EAs. Now, this was originally intended to be an attendee-only promotion so that when an attendee who went to Empower24 brought in a new advisor and helped them rank up, it was supposed to be just for people who were at the event and were sponsoring new EAs. And then Think Energy, corporate, Michael Falquist, Brad Tales, Phil Santonicetto went back to the drawing board, and they created this program that is now for all new EAs, all EAs that come in November 8th through December 31st. So you can look back in your calendar to November 8th, whatever that was, 5 days ago or whatever it was, 3-4 days ago. And you can say, okay, from November 8th all the way through December 31st. So anybody you bring in now, any new advisor who joins Think Energy, doesn't matter if they're enrolled by someone who is at the convention or not at the convention, any new EA who joins between now and December 31st or November 8th through December 31st, they will be able to rank up with half of the required team customer points. And here's the thing. Let's say they join today. It's November 12th, right? They will have until the following, like November 11th or 12th of 2025, to go through and rank up at all these ranks, all the way up to senior director. This is 5 ranks within the company, and do it with half the required amount and get those bonuses. So now you have a brand new person who comes in today. Once they have 10 points, guess what? They promote to regional energy advisor. As long as they have the 40% rule, figured out, done the right way, they'll get those points and they'll get that promotion. So now you can become a senior energy advisor with 100. You can go to director with 250 points instead of 500. I mean, look at these things. To be able to get to senior director and have a year to do it and only have to get to 2,500 points to reach senior director and get all the bonuses and unlock all the levels in the comp plan and all the other things, all the coded bonuses, the infinity bonuses, the cab and rank and infinity cab bonuses, all of that gets unlocked. You guys, this is very powerful. I was telling Brad and Mike and Phil today on our corporate call, I was talking to them. I said, I don't think I've ever been in a company where there was actually a 1-year-long promotion. I mean, they have really set the bar high with this one. So very powerful. Hint, hint, go out and recruit people. Bring them in. It's the best time ever to join Think Plus. There's never been a better time. Our spring leadership trip, that promotion is in full swing as well. It's going to be March 3rd through 6th. The qualification period is right now. It's now through the end of this year. There's still 7 more weeks roughly to go. And it's what an incredible place this is. One of the best places you can actually vacation in the world, according to Travel and Leisure magazine and Forbes Travel and Reader's Choice Awards and Condé Nast Traveler. There's shows, TV shows. I mean, this place is amazing. I went and looked up that Selling Sunset season 6 thing. This place is absolutely amazing. My wife has been sending me walkthroughs of people walking through this place. I mean, you guys, you need to go. And anybody can get on this. Everybody has the same opportunity to get on, and they've made it very accessible. Just get to regional director or above, doesn't matter when you joined, or be a new EA who joined after July 1st and get to director. Get to director. That's what you need to do. Get to director the right way, getting to director. And you will be able to go on this trip. Now, here's the thing. If you've already been in the business for a while and you're not a regional director, and maybe you don't get to regional director by the end of this year, so you don't qualify for the trip, regional director or above, there's another way. So all you have to do is have someone who joined your team, like someone who you personally sponsored. You started a new leg, a new person that you personally sponsored anytime after July 1st. And that person or anyone on their team, doesn't even have to be the person you sponsored, anybody on their team who goes to director in that time frame, and then you get to director without you ever getting to regional director, you and that director go on the trip just for getting to director, you guys. This is very powerful. It is a very powerful platform that we've set up here. And look at the list is growing. We just had to add like 5 more lines to this list just in the last week. And so congratulations to all the people who are on this. There's like 32 people when you add up every, because it's a trip for 2. So there's already like 32 or 34 people who are going on this trip, along with the 10 or however many people from corporate, maybe more. We've already got like 40 some odd, 50 people going on this trip now. And it's exciting. And there's going to be many, many more to come because of the promotions that they've put in place for all of us to take advantage of. And one of the promotions they have in place right now is this is like you want to know exactly how and why it's so powerful to go to a national convention. Look at what I just described in a short period of time of what happened at Empower 24. And I have people calling me up. They've already been calling me ever since they started finding out about everything that's been going on. Is there any way that I could be grandfathered into that because I didn't go to the event? Is there any way I can be included in those promotions? And the answer is no, because you have to be at the event to get them. But getting the promotions is one thing, but it's the training and the development and the networking and the people that you meet and the things that you learn while you're there that get you there, that get you to the next rank, that help you build very quickly and rank up through the compensation plan. So one of the secrets, I've been in this industry, in direct sales network marketing for over 3 decades. And I can tell you right now, one of the secrets to building a team, and for you personally, even if you don't even have a team yet, but one of the secrets to you having long-term fruitful success in this business is to make the commitment to go to the national convention. And you can make the commitment now and you can make it early at a much lower cost because it's only $99 per ticket per person right now. And if you get your ticket before midnight tonight, sometime between now and midnight, you will qualify for an invite to a special cocktail party celebration that's going on that Friday night in Texas that only the people who get their tickets, the early birds, right, who get their ticket now, those are the people who are going to be there. It's a reward. The early bird gets the worm, right? That's what this is. And then there's also a special through midnight tonight that you can go on. So you can scan the link here. You can go on to thinksuccess.plus. There's a link there. We'll put the links in. We've already put the links in Facebook and in our Telegram channels, but we'll get those out as well. And we'll start texting that out to people as well, because it's all hands on deck. There's a special through midnight tonight that you can buy a 10-pack of tickets for $4.99. That's $49.90. It's half price. Half price tickets, you guys. You can do that and be able to then have 10 team members. You can, as you're building your team over the next year, you will be able to then have those people and have them be able to come aboard and get a ticket for $49. Or maybe you give them a ticket, or maybe you run a promotion so that people on your team can earn a ticket. There's a lot of ways this is going to happen. I've heard that we're on track Just need some, we definitely have to, get more people registered as fast as we can. But I heard Phil Santonicetto, our new president of Think Plus, say that we're about to eclipse just in a few days the total number of tickets that were purchased for the entire year before Empower 24 for all of last year. We're about to eclipse that number. And it's going to be an amazing event. We're just going to pack this place out. So what I'm saying is that there is a shortcut. There's a hint. There's a little secret that I'm going to give you right now, and that is when if you're brand new, or even if you're not brand new, you already have a team, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what rank you're at. Same rank, if you're at the same rank that I'm at, it doesn't matter what rank you are at. What I can tell you for sure is that people who have a ticket to the national convention, there's something that happens in your brain when you already have your ticket and you know that you're going. It makes you go out and do more in between the time you have the ticket and the time that that event happens. It's true for any event, but especially for a national convention. So the people who get their ticket now and know that they're going, in your mind, you're already there for the whole year. You're going to portray, you're going to basically broadcast that out, even if you don't think you're doing it. You're going to be subliminally broadcasting that out to people. And people are going to be more of a magnet to you because you're going and you've made the commitment. It's already done in your mind. And you will attract more and more people who will do that. And it's one of the secrets to the business. The more people you have in the seats at a national convention, the more money you will make. The people who go to and attend national convention and bring their teams make more money than the people who don't. Plain and simple. We put out a number last year. 70% of the people who promoted to the next ranks in the company came from that national convention, whereas the people who didn't, and there were a lot more than 30% who didn't go. That's how it works, you guys. So if you want to have massive success, make the commitment now to be there next year and don't quit. That's what it is. And this will keep you in the game and you will attract more people on your team because you're like, hey, are you going? I'm going. I've got my ticket. When somebody asks you, you say yes. If somebody says, are you going to the national convention? And you say no, well, they may not see you as a big leader. They may not see you as committed to it. Or they may say, well, if you're not as committed to going and you didn't get your ticket, why would I get mine? So very important, critical. Get the word out to everybody on your team. It's $99 a person. That's going to expire on December 31st. So anybody can get a ticket for $99, including today, $99 if you buy one ticket. That's fine. You will get the special cocktail party if you get your ticket today by midnight. And then today through midnight, and it's going to end, this 10-pack of tickets is there to help you really pour gas on the fire and make things happen. So, all right, everybody, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm going to go to chat right now. And if you want to raise your hand and ask a question, go ahead and do that. That's fine too. I just want to make sure I'm getting to everybody's questions. I know we're in the middle of the workday. So Scott, when will Google thermostat be available? So that's regarding so Scott, I appreciate that question. That's regarding that's regarding the smart meter app. And that's something that's going to be added as we go, like Google Nest and like the Amazon, smart meters. Right now, we're really focused on that Ecobee and the Honeywell. That's the first phase, but they'll be adding. This is going to happen. We just talked about this on our call today, which is, I'm glad you asked. But yeah, that's going to happen. And we'll add more and more features and compatibility with all of the smart meters as we go and as we roll them out. So yeah, just to give you an idea, residential paid on re-enrollments. So we don't get additional cabs when residential customers re-enroll unless they've not been a customer for like 12 months or whatever it is, according to our, compensation plan. So I appreciate that question. Paul, let's see, Paul. Appreciate it. Will residuals be paid on Think Basic and Community Solar for existing customers? That's the question. That's the biggest question we've been getting, Paul. And I appreciate you asking that question so that we have that, here to answer. And so what I can tell you is that On Think Basic customers, like Think Basic starting on November 15th, someone who signs up on a Think Basic plan will be on a month-to-month variable in the states where it is allowed. Okay, there's been some questions about that too. Like, is every state going to have the month-to-month variable for Think Basic customers at the end if they don't renew? And the answer is no, not every state is going to. It's actually about half of our states, because in states like Connecticut and Rhode Island and Illinois, Maryland, there's other states too where you cannot put a customer onto a variable month-to-month plan. They have to go onto a fixed plan. And so there's other states like Pennsylvania and Ohio and Massachusetts and Maine and New Hampshire, Delaware. Those states are states where, they will go on to a month-to-month variable. But here's the thing. Will we get paid? Will residuals be paid on existing Think Basic customers? What I'm going to say is no, not right now. But when they come to the end of their term, let's say they're on a Think Basic 6-month plan. After 6 months, they either make a choice or they get put onto a new plan. Well, that new plan that they get put on is going to fall under the new residual qualifications for us. So as these customers finish out their terms, the Think Basic terms that are for existing Think Basic customers, they're going to go on to a residual plan of some sort at that point. So they'll either be put on a fixed plan, or if they decide to elect to sign up for a new Think Basic plan on their own, they'll be put onto a Think Basic plan that carries residual. So what's going to happen is that for electricity customers, we're going to, as their plans expire, they're going to automatically become qualified residual customers. So that's exciting. On community solar, for existing community solar, that is not the case. We can't change the terms on that because we had a compensation plan that was paid a certain way for community solar customers up until, we launched the residual for community solar customers. So that the customers that are existing community solar customers, those we still, according to contract, we're under agreements with our advisors to pay them the second half payment, just like we promised. And so that's how they're going to stay. So existing community solar customers, no, they are not going to ever be residual customers. They're going to get a first half payment and a second half payment according to the regular compensation plan that we had at that time when they were enrolled. We cannot change that. We can't go back and change that. That's in our bylaws. So, but new community solar customers that come in after we start the community solar enrollments with the residual plans, those will be residual paid customers. So they'll get a cab up front, and then the residual will start the next month. All right, so great question, Paul. Let's see. Fabian Clan, please help me understand how this half discount point promotion for new EAs to promote would also help the enroller of the new EA. Aside from the obvious team points, yeah, it would definitely help with your team points. I mean, here's what it comes out to. What I would say is this. Whenever there's a promotion like that where people can rank up twice as fast, you end up not bringing in twice as many new advisors. You end up bringing 4 times, 6 times, 10 times, 20 times the number of advisors that you would normally bring in, because you can now offer them something. And every new advisor, you should be telling everybody, listen, the comp plan that you just saw on this video, guess what? In order to get to you rank up through those ranks that we're talking about, it's twice as easy for you because you happen to join at the right time. Like literally, you're in the right time at the right place. That's what we're telling everybody. And so, yeah, it's going to benefit you because all of those points are going to flow up to you, because you're going to have far more people coming aboard on your team and gathering customers. So it's kind of like, would you rather have 100% of one person joining your team that went out and got 500 points to get to director? Or with this promotion in place, would you rather have 100% of 10 people joining your team who each get 250 points to get to director? It's a lot more points because of the sheer number of people coming aboard. So that's the benefit. You're able to go out and recruit more people. That's the benefit to the enroller. You're the enroller, right? You're the one sponsoring them. We should all be sponsoring more people than we ever have, especially at this time of the year. Everyone is looking for something. I'm telling you right now, everyone is looking for something. People are hurting out there. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're living quiet lives of desperation. They're praying. Some people are praying for someone to call them with something that can change their lives. And now we have something, and they can do it twice as fast. So that's where we are, you guys. That's the exciting part of it. It'll help you get on the trip, absolutely. Let's see. So appreciate that. Patricia, does the half rank bonus happen if the person became an EA in August? No, the half rank bonus happens only for EAs that joined from November 8th to the end of this year. So it just started. It's only for November 8th going to December 31st. So yep, definitely. So I want to be clear on that. Appreciate that question, Patricia. Anna May. Let's see. And what about the EAs still working to rank advance to senior director? We still need to have the full requirements to rank advance. Yes, absolutely. So the promotion is there to help you grow your teams that much faster and help them, move forward and rank advance that much quicker. And that helps you grow faster, as we kind of discussed already. So yeah. If you're in the business, and you came in before November 8th, then your rank requirements are still the same. But if you were at our convention, and you came in before November 8th, then, you're definitely very happy because you have all of these extra promotions that are there as well because you were an attendee at the event. So a lot of good things happening there. I appreciate that, Mandy. So if EA is enrolled in March, they must get to regional director by the end of the year to qualify for Cabo, correct? That is correct. Or they need to get to director and sponsor a new person after July 1st, personally themselves, and then anyone from that new person that they sponsored all the way down the line under that team, any of that new team that came in after July 1st that they personally sponsored someone and started that team, that person or anyone on the team goes director, guess what? The person who came in March, they only need to get to director if they have someone that gets to director who started after July 1st on their team that they personally sponsored or anybody, downline from them. So I hope that makes sense. The name of the game is go sponsor people. I've been telling people this all along. We're going to have people. We now, especially with the promotions that are in place, we will have people that join on December 1st, new EAs that go and get to 250 points by the end of December. We already had it last year in December. We had many people last year in December finishing out the year, because that's what people do, who brought in 250 customers in 30 days. But that didn't get them to director because we didn't have this promotion. Now those same people who come in and get 250 customers in 30 days, and it's going to happen because rates are all cycling up. It's the best time of the year. We're in the high selling season, if you want to call it that, for signing up customers. So those people, they're going to be people who join on December 1st or sometime in December, and they get on the Cabo trip. So that's definitely going to happen. And if you're a director and you bring somebody in like that, guess what? You don't need to get to regional director, even if you joined 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. All you have to do is get to director if you have somebody like that you brought aboard. So appreciate that. Anime, do all EAs have a ticket from the 10 pack to go to the power party Friday night, November whatever it is, 14th, 15th, whatever it is, that Friday night? I think it's the 14th. Yeah, so any tickets that are purchased up until tonight qualify for the cocktail party. You guys, it's amazing. I mean, you guys definitely want to do that. All right, Kim, did you explain 500 TC needed for new director for Cabo? As far as the promotions go, like all the things that we have, like ranking up to director and getting to director with 250 points, in order to qualify for the Cabo trip, okay, so somebody wants to qualify for the Cabo trip, they're going to get promoted to director and get all the benefits of being a director according to the compensation plan, the written compensation plan. So this promotion, 250 points, they get to director. They're going to get the director bonus. They're going to get all the benefits of being a director. They're going to unlock levels of residual. They will need, in order to get on the trip, the Cabo trip, they will need to have 500 total team customers. 500 total customers. It doesn't matter if one of those legs is one big runaway leg that brought in, a few hundred of the customers, 400 of the customers. It doesn't matter. As long as they have 500 team customers that's not subject to the 40% rule, they will then be able to go on to the Cabo trip. So they need to reach director using the half method, 250 points, and then have a total of 500 team customers. All right, so that's how that works. Let's see. Gino, can you explain why 5-year program for community solar? So with community solar, there's only a finite number of dollars that are available, okay, that the IPP, the developer of the community solar farm, each customer gets assigned a certain value. Like it's whether it's $100 or $200 or $500 or $800, whatever the amount is, there's a finite number that developer is willing to pay out to Think Plus or to whoever brings the customer aboard. It's a finite number. It's not something that's every year they're getting paid on. It's just they're making their investment back, but they're willing to pay X amount of dollars to bring a customer aboard, for someone to bring them a customer. So when we bring a customer aboard to that developer, they're going to give Think Plus corporate a set dollar amount. Out of that set dollar amount, Think Energy then has created a residual program where they pay us residually over time. And now we're getting paid more over time than we were before. And so that's how it works. So they could have made a 10-year program, or a 20-year program, but it would have just been a smaller amount each month. That's how it works. And so this 5-year program gives a nice, if you look at the numbers, they're exactly half of what the residual is for an electricity customer. There's a lot more money long-term with electricity customers than there is long-term for community solar customers. It's all in the upfront for community solar. So Think Energy's basically breaking that out and paying us a 5-year residual. They could have done 10 years, they could have done 20 years, but again, it would have just been, could have done 30. Well, couldn't do 30 because they're probably not going to be on a farm that long, but it could have been any number, but that 5-year number was a perfect number for us because it gave us the ability to pay 50 cents to the enroller for 5 years every single month. And that is an attractive thing to people. So that's the sweet spot for us. So Gino, appreciate that. Sarah, if someone signed up in November before convention, are they qualified for the half rank advancement if they signed up November 8th or later? So November 7th, no. Nope, not available. So appreciate that, Sarah, and congratulations on earning the trip, the Cabo trip. I saw you on the list. Julie, saw you on the list as well. Julie, can you explain the $10 discount to Texas customers with the Think Smart and Proton? So yeah, it basically works like this. Any of our existing customers and new customers. So you could have a customer right now that's already a Texas customer and they're on a regular plan and they go and connect. They log into their portal and they connect their thermostat to, through our smart technology. They're going to be able to get a $10 discount on a monthly basis on their electric bill. Likewise, have a customer that signs up. Let's say the 12-month regular plan is 13.6. We can actually show that they can get kind of a 12.6 rate because of that $10 discount that gets applied each month. It actually brings the regular rate down, which allows us to show a smart enabled rate on the rate board. So people who actually connect their account, they're going to get that rate. And that's the equivalent of $10 per month. So that's how it works. So what happens after 5 years, Gino? The residuals, that's it. That's it with residuals. Community solar residuals last for 5 years. So, I look at it this way, Gino. We're going to be signing up as a team we'll probably be signing up community solar customers for the next, I don't know, 20 years. Because I most likely our last markets for community solar will probably like we probably will open the last state for community solar in 10 or 15 years from now. So we'll be signing up brand new customers for the next, I don't know, 20, 25 years, 30 years. And so each time you sign up a customer, it gives that 5-year window for residuals. So yeah, that's what happens. So at the end of 5 years, the residual goes away because it's fully paid out from the compensation plan. So that's where it is. That's how it works. And Julie, I qualify for double cab. Does my new EA or just you? Just you. Just you. The advisor who came in and went to Empower24. That is an Empower24 attendee only promotion, is the double cab promotion. So you get double cabs, you get double mentor. Like if you have someone on your team that's 2 levels down from you and they bring in a customer, you will get double the mentor 2 bonus because they're on your level 2. So yeah, it's just for people who attended the event. Definitely. So I appreciate that. Great question. Cleve. So Think Energy will offer variable plans. So we don't offer variable plans on any of our fixed rate plans. So our regular fixed rate plans, they all stay the same. There's no such thing as variable at the end of our fixed rate plans, our regular non-basic fixed rate plans. But on our Think Basic plans, there is a month-to-month variable. Again, the Think Basic plan is a rock bottom rate. It is an absolute rock bottom rate. And customers who come aboard, they're going to be educated, and in their terms and conditions, it's going to say, at the end of this period on a Think Basic plan, because it's a rock bottom rate, it is a month-to-month variable plan at the end if they don't renew. So they have the right to renew anytime they want. And even if they get put onto that month-to-month variable because they didn't do anything, they didn't renew on their own or take action to do so, in the states that allow variable rate plans, they will be put on a month-to-month variable. Now they can change that anytime and go to a fixed rate, and it'll happen, very quickly. They can call up or they can log in, whatever they want to do. They can call Think Energy customer care, Think Plus or Think Energy customer care, and switch right to a new plan. So customers that are not on Think Basic, that are on all of our other plans, non-basic plans, there's no variable rate at the end of the term for those. That has not changed. That policy has not changed. So here's the thing. Our month-to-month variable. So here's the other thing, Cleve. A customer cannot sign up directly with us on a variable plan. We don't offer that. We only offer fixed plans, but our Think Basic plan at the end, if the customer doesn't renew, that's the only time, and only in certain states that I already mentioned, those customers will go on to a month-to-month variable, and they can get out of it any time. But here's the thing. And we'll put it up in the I'll put it up onto our Facebook channel, our Facebook group, and we'll put it into our Telegram channel as well. That historic variable rates, now that we've been around for a couple years almost, Think Energy, when Think Energy was acquired by us, they existed for 10 or 12 years before we acquired them. Think Energy, we acquired however many, 10, 20,000, 25, 20,000 customers, maybe something like that, that came from the old Think Energy before we ever existed. And they had old terms that carried variable plans. And so we've had to honor those variable plans with those customers. And we haven't offered that to any Think Plus customers, and we don't offer variable plans to brand new Think Plus customers. But what I will say is that when you look at the historical rates, in many cases, in probably all of the cases, it looks like the variable rate that we have for those customers that we have a history with from prior to our existence, those customers, the variable rate was better than our fixed rates that we've been offering throughout the course of the year. They've actually been better off. And it's because our variable rate is not the kind of variable rate where we're looking to price gouge the customer, right? This is something where Think Corporate is working daily to hedge and acquire a hedged rate that allows that variable rate to be fair market variable. And that's what we're looking at. So this is not going to be a price gouging situation where bait and switch type things. That's not what this is about. This is about keeping the customer and allowing them to have some flexibility, a lot of flexibility, and give them a good fair market rate that's month to month without price gouging them, and then allow them to choose anything they want, and all at the same time paying us residuals. So that's where it is. So just to give you an idea, that's how it works. So appreciate that. That's a good question. Latasha, when the points flowing up, would that mean the points will contribute to where I need to be for my next rank? So points flowing up, bonus points that we had for the promotion that was the attendee, for going to Empower24, those were the first and right now, as of right now, the only time that points flowed up, that bonus points flowed up. All of the bonus points that we're talking about getting in the promotions that exist now are personal bonus points. Okay, so just now here's the thing. The regular points that come from customers coming in, those always flow up. Absolutely. So you'll be able to acquire personal bonus points when you go sponsor a new advisor who then brings in a customer. You'll get 10 bonus points because you're the enroller if you were at our convention. You'll get those 10 personal bonus points, but your sponsor and your upline will not get those 10 personal bonus points. They're personal bonus points for you. They're not bonus points that flow upward. They're personal bonus points that stay with you only. All right, so yeah, that's how it works. So definitely, bonus points, we don't have any promotions right now where bonus points flow up line. Let's put it that way. That ended, that promotion ended when the convention started. All right, so let's see. Paul, are the accelerated rank advancement bonuses paid for the half up promo? Yes, that is correct. So yeah, the accelerated I'm sorry, let's put it this way. The accelerated rank advancement bonuses are paid for people who attended the convention. So technically, if someone signed up on November 8th and attended the convention, then they would actually get the accelerated rank advancement bonuses plus the ability to get the half up promo. So those are two separate promos. The half up promo is for all new EAs that joined after November 8th or late or through December 31st. The accelerated rank advancement double bonus, that is an attendee only promotion for people who were at the convention. All right, so great question, Paul. Yeah, if somebody fits in that little window where they joined on November 8th and they were at the convention, yeah, they would actually, you just have to look at the dates and apply them. Were they at the convention and what dates apply? Gary, National Grid customers, the only ones that can be solar customers in New York. No, we have community solar available in all markets. Now, sometimes it ebbs and flows where, you have capacity where we fill up a certain capacity, but we're open in all of the areas in New York for community solar, except for PSE&G in Long Island and Con Edison in New York City and Westchester County. So Orange and Rockland, Central Hudson, NYSEG, National Grid, RG&E, we're open for community solar in those markets. Now, there may be some times where, capacity ebbs and flows, but we're open there. And if it's, if we filled something already, it'll come back very quickly. So New York is kind of a all you can eat buffet. It's going to be open, long-term, many, many customers in each of those markets, just not Long Island and just not Con Edison. All right. Alec, can you explain how I can get into senior director using the 50% rule? I understand I need 750 points instead of 1,500. Yeah, if you joined after November 8th, Alex, so I think you joined before November 8th. So you're not part of that promotion. That's for new people. This is for new EAs, the new 50% rule. When is the Cabo trip? It is, you can see it on thinksuccess.plus, Karen. Go to thinksuccess.plus, type in Cabo, you'll find it. but it is in March. It's March 3rd through 6th, 2025. March 3rd through 6th, 2025. Latasha, when will the updates to the compensation plan be updated in the back office? Today, most likely, we will see the new presentation with the new documents available, and then we'll make a video as soon as that's available. We'll get a new video going. So, yes, Bella, Sarah's qualified. So proud of her, definitely. All right, let's see. All right, Kim, we'll get a question answered that's too hard to write. No problem. We'll get to you in a sec. Gino, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, I'm just going through all the chat first. There was a compensation spreadsheet in one of the Zooms that allows to modify signups. Where can I find it? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. A compensation spreadsheet where you can type in, how many people signed up and all that stuff. That's going to have to be reworked with the new compensation. So that's something that we'll be doing. All right. Yes, and that will definitely be something that we'll put up on the Google Drive when we have it. All right, so I appreciate that. And you can get in touch with Jim on that if you'd like. With the fixed rate non-basic plans at the end of the period, what happens? Is there an automatic renewal to another fixed plan? So non-basic fixed plans, they do not renew onto variable. They renew onto fixed. That is correct. Except in certain states where we're not allowed to renew a customer, they have to go back to the utility, like in Rhode Island and like in, a couple other states in New York. Well, we're not really doing much business in New York anymore, but so in like Rhode Island, the customer has to go back to the utility in New Jersey, the same way. The customer has to go back to the utility if they don't select a new plan. We can't put them on any plan. All right, so yes, I have a guest who attended the convention and plans to join at the end of the week, Latasha. Will she receive the convention-only promotions? I would say that you get in touch with EA support and ask them that question now and see what the policy is on that. If the person was at the convention, they need to be an advisor at the convention according to the rules, but just check with EA support to find that out. Is the Toms River, New Jersey bonus blitz still on? No, not that I know of. I don't see it in thinksuccess.plus. If it's there, I'm not aware of it. So appreciate that. Bella, thanks for the congratulations. You deserve it too. We're having a great time. All right, so let's see. Last question there, and then I'll get to raised hands. Can a basic plan customer renew to another basic plan, or do they have to renew to a fixed rate plan? All basic plans are fixed rate, Paul. Okay, so a Think Basic customer that comes in is signing up for a fixed rate. If they don't renew, they'll go on to a month-to-month variable in some states, not all states, in about half of our states. If that Think Basic customer wants to renew on a new Think Basic plan, that's a fixed plan as well. We only offer fixed plans for renewals for customers that want to renew on a plan. They can only renew on a fixed plan. It's not variable. All right, so there we go. I assume, Raymond, let's see that the new EA promotions available announced on convention will be in thinksuccess.plus for review. Yes, they already are. You can go into the November promotions and you can share that from thinksuccess.plus. So let's see. I have a hand up. Kim, go right ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kim.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. We were getting in the car. We're heading out to show the business. And I said to Jim, he's going to call on me just as soon as I lose this call. And you did.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, here's my question. And maybe corporate hasn't thought this through yet, but we have several SEAs, and they may be sitting at 250 points. Okay, so they're a senior with 250 points. Now they go and sponsor a new person, super excited, get them to director with 250 points. Now I know that new person's not a Cabo qualified director, but they're a fully benefited director. Does the SEA that got someone to director with the half rank bonus promotions, and they themselves now are director because they've got those 250 points, plus they have their points, will they qualify for Cabo? Even though maybe the new person still hasn't quite got to 500. Maybe that new person ends up getting to 300, great, making all the money, but they're not qualified for Cabo. But old senior did gets a new EA2 director? Do we know that answer yet?
Yeah, so yeah, you can look at it according to the rules that are there right now. So if the senior energy advisor joined after July 1st and then they sponsor a new person, who goes director and that makes them director, they would automatically go. If it's somebody that's a senior energy advisor that came aboard before July 1st, that let's talk about that one. And then they have a new person that they sponsored, now or after July 1st, who then becomes a director with the 250 promotion. If they came in, after November 8th, they could potentially do that. As long as that new, director had 500 team customer points, and the director or the senior energy advisor who came in before July 1st ended up having and qualifying at director the regular way, then yeah, they would end up going. But it would have to be that new person that they brought in has to get to director with 250 plus have 500 team customer points. So
Okay, so it has
they,
to be a
they
Cabo qualified director
yep,
in order for
that's a
them
good
also to
that's a
qualify.
good
That
way
was
to put it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Kim. It has to be a Cabo qualified. That was the term I was looking for. Now I've got it. You got it for me. I love it. A Cabo qualified director is different than
Then the
a
direct-
person who ranked up on the half points promo.
Okay, good. And then this one's real easy, and I could have written this, but I knew I was going to talk. I know we have our amazing Think Local program now.
Yep.
But Michael did mention there would still be an option if people wanted, when they enrolled a customer, to still contribute to one tribe. Is that something where there's just a little click that you can do one or the other for when you're enrolling a customer, or is it
Yeah, I
now?
don't I don't know that one. I don't know offhand which way that's going to be. I mean, that's definitely something that I haven't seen it personally myself yet or what the flow is there, but yeah, you'll be able to do it because we still are protecting trees. We're still showing that. So it's kind of like we're going to do that unless somebody chooses something else. But I don't know if it's an automatic thing or if you just have to select it. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll, when we find out, we'll definitely let people know.
Okay, I was thinking it'd probably be a select since we've got,
Yep.
two things. And then I know you guys are working so hard to get our PowerPoint updated by the end of the night. And then as soon as that gets updated, can we give you a little push to do a new 5-minute video for us?
I'll get the video done like on short order. It'll become, if I have those slides like tonight, then I will be focused tomorrow on getting that done. So that's where I want to get that as soon as possible because we've got limited time and a lot of people to get to. So yeah, it's going to be as soon as the slides come out, it's going to be first priority for me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We all love you so very much.
Appreciate it, Kim. We're definitely having. Hey, look, if the slides come out before 8 o'clock tonight, then somebody on the 8 p.m. Zoom tonight will be doing the new slides. So that'll be good too. We'll have a longer full webinar version of it, and then anybody can do presentations from there. The 5-minute video sometimes takes a little work because you got to get a lot of information in a short period of time, but we'll have, multiple ways to see it. But yeah, I'm definitely going to update the 5-minute video because I knew going in when I did it 2 weeks ago that it would be obsolete, 2 weeks later, and it already is. So good place to be. So thanks for that. All right, Lavonda, go right ahead, Lavonda. Let's see, Lavonda, are you there? Making sure. I
Okay.
think there you go. I can hear you.
Hey there. Okay. Hey, Tony, we do love you so much, Tony, you and Diana. You guys are awesome.
Well, we're having a
Congratulations.
blast. It was great to see you, and we love you too. Great to see you. And like I said on the call last night, I'm like, it's like me and my wife and the Kennys, all the Kennys are partners, all of us as Think Big partners, as the co-founders of the company of Think Plus here. We wouldn't be here without every single person that's on this call, every single person that's not on this call, every single customer that came in, every single thing that everyone has done from the start is is that's what actually allowed us to get to senior partner. You know, there's no way to get to senior partner unless it's a group collective effort. And so Lavonda, you, everybody else, all the people asking questions here, all the people looking to consume information and get updated so they can share it with people, everybody was part of our promotion. It's a group promotion, you know, and that's the name of the game here. So we appreciate every single person, even if you only came aboard and got one customer. You're part of the promotion for us. So we appreciate it. So Lavonda, go right ahead. I'm sorry, I diverted myself, but I'm
No, that was
so appreciative.
wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. Well, it's just about to get better. Okay, so my question is, I did bring on an organization right before this happened. Ouch.
Okay.
Okay.
Right before the new
Yes.
the right before the half rank up promo.
Yes. Oh,
Yep. Okay.
I'm hurt. I'm hurting. I'm hurting. But but so my question is, okay, so well, they can't take advantage of that. But with the double cab bonuses, am I eligible for that double cab bonuses, even though this organization came in prior to our wonderful convention with all the party
So the double cab promo is an attendee only promotion, right? And so I saw you at the event. I saw you at convention,
animals?
and you lit up the room every time you walked in. But yeah, so you were there, so you get you get the double cab. So any customers that you personally enroll, you get double the amount on electricity customers. So you get $40 for everyone you personally enroll. And then anyone on your team that enrolls a customer on your level 1 or your level 2, you get double the mentor cabs. So it doesn't matter when
Yes.
they joined. It just matters that you were at the convention.
Okay. Well, that's better than nothing.
So,
And I appreciate it.
yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, so when you go and help the new nonprofit organization that you're working with, you are going to get double cabs on everything that they do because you sponsored them. You will get Mentor One double. So go for it for sure. All right.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, there it is. Cha-ching. I think Lavonda, you better change your ringtone on your phone to like one of those little cash register things that goes cha-ching, and then every time somebody texts you, cha-ching. I think that's what you're going to need to do, especially if you start working with a lot of nonprofits like that, because your phone will just be, you'll start to get to the point where you say, every time I get a text, I made $1. Every time I get a text, I made $2. You know, you start figuring that out when you start building a team, and then you realize, okay, if I make $1,000 in a month, and I got 100 texts this month, that means I make $10 for every text. If I made $2,000 this month and I got 2,000 texts, I made $1 every time I got a text. So it's like, people keep texting me. Come on, every time I get a text, I make money. I mean, that's what it comes out to. So appreciate everybody being here. I've gone way over. I don't see any more hands raised, and I don't think that I see any other questions. So Claudia, thank you. Congratulations for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for the congrats, and many more to you as well. Keep rolling, everybody. This is Tony Procopio from New Fairfield, Connecticut. Over and out. We'll get this recorded and posted into the group. Talk to you soon. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for being here.
And you as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Awesome job as always.
Always.
Appreciate it, everybody. Hey, get on the look, I forgot to put the schedule up there, but get on to the the office hours today at 3 p.m. Eastern, 3 to 4 p.m. So if you have any specific questions at corporate, you can get a lot of those answered as well. All right, everybody.
Thank
Over
you,
and out. Have a
Tony.
good one.
Thank you, Tony.
All right,
And
bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
congratulations
See you
for
later.
senior.
Congrats to you as well. Congrats to everybody.